a Martini production.
Welcome to Carpool Collecting. Let's get moving. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the channel. I'm John the Everyday Collector and welcome to Carpool Collecting. We're going to be discussing today Prime 1 Studios, some updates to some of the items they showed at the showcase, about 2-3 weeks now. Fellow collector and community member Kelvin visited their gallery and he was nice enough to share photos with the community. Some insider photos as well. So I first want to start by giving a shout out to Kelvin because, without him, guys like myself, I'm over here in Canada, wouldn't be able to see these pieces until Prime 1 put them out or until they did a showcase. So I appreciate Kelvin and all the other community members who get to go to these galleries and take photos and share them with the community so that we can get excited and start budgeting because, boy, there is a ton of stuff in the pipeline that looks really good coming out of Prime 1 Studios. So to kick it off, Kelvin shared some photos of the Darkseid. Darkseid on Throne. We didn't get to see it. I don't think we got to see it at the showcase this year, the one they just had. But Kelvin actually showed us the throne, a photo of the actual throne and his arm. Darkseid's arm, and let me tell you, it's looks pretty good. The throne looks great. Kind of brings me back to the Thanos on Throne days from Sideshow when that was released. But this Darkseid's going to be in quarter scale, so this tease looks good so far. Guys, I got to stop. For a second and get a Timmy Hortons. Can't have a Carpool Collecting without a coffee from Tim Hortons. Give me one sec.
Hi, man, for you.
Hi, can I get a medium iced coffee with milk?
Yep.
Thank you.
See you down.
So, where was I? So yeah, the Darkseid looks, the throne part looks really good so far. The paint app looks good. We'll have to see more. I know on the, when it was first revealed, people didn't really want Darkseid on Throne, but I think that this is, if you're a Throne collector, I think this has potential. So it'll be interesting to see them tackle Darkseid. But so far, so good. What else did we see? Kelvin was able to share some photos of the Poison Ivy on Throne, some close-up photos. She's very promising. I really like that piece. Again, that's another quarter scale. But the details on the face, you can almost see freckles in the face, and the paint app looks so good. I know, some people were thinking there was a lot going on with the piece, but I think she looks stunning. I think she is beautiful, and the attention to detail is fantastic. Someone just dropped the $5 on the phone. They're going to pay the woman. They're going to pay the woman at the drive-thru, and she dropped the $5. Hey, unbelievable. What are you going to do? I got to pay for this, Hold on a second.
A few moments later.
Hi, 260.
Thank you. You as well. Wow, have a wonderful day. Did you hear that? That's a Canadian right there. Have a wonderful day. When I went to Buffalo, I got my coffee. I didn't get no wonderful day. Cheers, guys. So where were we? Poison Ivy. So quarter scale Poison Ivy, I think she looks good. Paint apps look fantastic. That might be one that I want to add to the collection to go with the quarter scale pieces. Again, I still say, personally, I think the Hush Poison Ivy still wears the crown because she was done beautifully. But this is, for quarter scale, this is really a strong contender. And really doesn't make me think that they're going to bring that Hush Ivy into the quarter scale market at least in the near future, because then it wouldn't make sense to really have two Ivies competing with themselves. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But speaking about Hush, we got a major tease from Kelvin. He showed us a photo of what looks to be hinted to be a Catwoman, and we're thinking it's the long-awaited Hush Catwoman, the next edition in the Hush line, which is fantastic to see that they're actually continuing that line, because I think that was a really solid line of pieces that really looked good together. So that's great to see. Some people were saying, were hinting that it was that diorama they showed about, I want to say 2 years ago, with Batman and Catwoman from Hush. But Kelvin had said, I think he confirmed in the Prime 1 Facebook group, that no, it's not that. He didn't confirm it's Hush, but he said no, it's not the diorama. So that is awesome news. I hope to see more, but it's exciting to hear it's in the pipeline. I almost wonder why it wasn't shown in the showcase, because I think that would have been an awesome piece to see in the showcase. But regardless, glad to see that it's coming. And then I think finally he has shared an update or a photo essentially on the Terminator endoskeleton. It looks like that the pieces are going to incorporate die-cast, which is great. There's a photo shown where he's holding the endoskeleton's arm. It says there's heft to it. And then there's also a photo sharing where we didn't see this in the showcase, but the endoskeleton holding 2 plasma rifles, 1 on each hand. So whether that's going to be a swap out arm for the endoskeleton, or whether they're going to do kind of the same tiered pre-ordering with economy, deluxe, bonus, or whatever, like they did with the tactical throne, whether they're going to do a tiered system to pre-order for double the rifles, or if the extra arm rifle will be a bonus, we'll have to wait and see. But I think he looks epic holding both rifles. For me, that's the way to display it, in my opinion. And it's, you know, I've heard some collectors wanting to add multiple of these endoskeletons to their collection, and I think it would be great to have like one with both rifles, one without, just holding the one rifle. It'll be really cool to see. Now, of course, the most important, what we haven't heard yet, is price point, because I really think price point is going to determine how popular this line is. Because, of course, in today's market, price is everything. And I think that was... Oh, we also got to see the Harley Who Laughs, which was, to some people, the showstopper of the Prime 1 showcase. And yeah, she looks really good. The paint application on the portrait, the lipstick, and some of the other paint that they did on the portrait is just phenomenal. I really don't think you even need to be a Dark Metals fan to appreciate this piece. Like, I haven't read the story, but I appreciate the artistry behind this. Yeah, it's different. Is it everyone's Harley? No, but she is so different, and you can see the work and passion that went into this piece. The amount of detail, the hyenas. There's a photo Kelvin took. Even the hyena has saliva coming out of its mouth. Like, the attention to detail is superb from Prime 1 right now. And I think they're doing an amazing job as a company. And I love what they're doing with this gallery, allowing people to go in, take photos, kind of take some teaser photos, and where these collectors can go back to the community and share them. And then people like myself, YouTubers, can kind of give our take and discuss them within the community as well. I think it's great. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned to the channel. We're gonna do lots of stuff coming. Actually, before I end it, there was another piece shown, the Croc, the quarter scale diorama, Croc versus Batman. The piece is great. I think the piece looks really good. I'm just hesitant on the portraits. Those portraits I really do hope they listen to the feedback and tweak 2 of the portraits that were there, or at least the main one that needed to be tweaked. With the swollen lip, I was just not a fan of that one whatsoever. But yeah, hopefully they listen to the feedback. But the photos, the rest of the Batman, the Fabok Batman, and the rest of the piece looks really good. The attention to detail, and again, I think it's really going to come down to pricing for collectors. But we'll put a pin in it here, guys. Stay tuned to the channel. We got some great content in the pipeline. Again, I want to say a huge thank you to Kelvin. That was really awesome of you sharing those photos with the community, and thanks for taking the time and going to Prime One, the gallery, and taking them, because again, if it wasn't for you, people like myself and other collectors, international collectors, wouldn't be able to see these awesome pieces and get excited. The point here is we got to get excited about what these companies are bringing to market. And again, I just say Prime One. For me, the top companies right now, I'm looking at, Prime One. I think Tweeterhead is doing a great job. And, Sideshow is really bringing... The thing with Sideshow's really bringing those licenses to the market with some great characters. But my fear with Sideshow is their end production, the product, the portraits on some of the pieces that I've been seeing are just... It worries me a bit. But I'm sure they can, they can tighten things up and do the right thing. They have to. PCS is there as well. I like what they're doing to kind of get business over to their site and, focus on themselves and the collectors. And I find with PCS, they're really incentivizing that pre-order. If you pre-order right away, you get a discount. I think that's really important in the market today, is getting the collectors to stop from waiting to purchase their product on Marketplace or the secondary market where they're getting such heavily discounted pieces, and try to bring them back to pre-ordering pieces and incentivizing them. And I think the best thing to do is give a cheaper discounted price during an early window, and that's what they're doing. I think that's smart. So it looks like these companies are kind of breaking out of their shell, coming up with ways to keep this hobby alive, because it's scary. It's scary what we're seeing, and that's really important. Is keeping the hobby alive, and of course our families and taking care of priorities and life are first. That's always first. But it's important to have a hobby like this for for a lot of people who treat this as an escape, and kind of this is their escape from life. So stay tuned, guys, to the channel. We will I'll give you as many updates as I can from the companies. We got Collectors Club on Friday, so be sure to join myself and the gang, and we'll talk about this week's statue news. It's always a pleasure. Happy collecting, and always remember, most importantly, collect responsibly. Until next time, stay safe and have fun.